We are live. Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2. Everything is sounding good, looking good, feeling good. What is going on, everybody? You see the title, you see the thumbnail, you already see what's happening here. You already see what's happening here. Shout out to Mediocre Tutorials and Reviews for breaking the story on this one. Do got to shout him out. I did see that he covered this, and I had to hop on it and give my take on it. So strap on in. Let's get ready to go. They literally made a Me Too handbook, how to destroy a man. It's not funny. It's not funny, but we about to get into it. So strap on in. Let's get ready to go. Let's get it.
Peace, folks. This is X from TPOT Media. Open your mind and wake your black ass up. You know what time it is. Hit that damn like button as you make your way in the door. Grab a seat, settle in, get ready. It's the Grown Man Hour with your host, my man, Bernard Riley.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Mumia Obsidian Ali. You know who I am. I need no introduction, right? And you're listening to the Grown Man Hour with my man Bernard Riley, heard weekdays right here on YouTube. What do you think about that? How about that? Now let's get back on with the show. Thank you.
What is up? What is up? What is up? What is going on, good people? Welcome back to the show. Welcome back to the show. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you that are here in attendance, Shout out to the early bird squad, those that make it in bright and early before we get things started. Man. We definitely about to get into this one. They literally wrote a Me Too handbook. I do got it pulled up over here. The book is literally titled How to Destroy a Man Now. That's what it is titled. And it's literally under subtitle, and it says a handbook. So this is a handbook. This is like I don't know if to call it Me Too for Dummies, but it's I don't know what to call this one. But yeah, it is the absolute worst. This is the absolute worst. But Logan JJ makes a really good point in the chat room. You raised a really good point, and I like this. I have my disagreements with it. Oh shit. Hold on. Almost ended the show. I was trying to make that bigger and almost clicked the wrong button and turned the whole damn show off. That would have been bad. But anyway, Logan JJ rides in with the cape on. I was just playing. He says, I'm not even mad at this book because I remember Pimps Up, Hoes Down documentary and reading a lot of Iceberg Slim. you make a good point. Not so much with the Pimps Up Hoes Down documentary, because the documentary is a documentary, but I haven't read anything from Iceberg Slim, but I'm assuming he was given some how-to instructions on how to pimp a chick. Here's the difference. I'm glad you bring something like this to the table early on, because I was like, there's no analog to this, but maybe you got one. But this is the flaw in that logic. Here's the flaw in that logic. Everybody generally understands that pimp culture. Everybody understands that that's some underworld, slumming it, bottom of the barrel, dregs of society type of stuff going on right there. When it comes to Me Too, like this is government backing and sponsorships. it's commercials, it's funding, it's so not exactly the same thing. Not exactly the same thing. Because it gets all that press and all that type of media coverage that it does, and support that it does from people high up, the highest up it's in power in the country. It gets all that support from them under the assumption that these women are victims. This book is part of what's showing they're not. It's part of what's showing they're not. Because if they really were, then you wouldn't have to write this book. You wouldn't have to write a book like this if we were really dealing with the victims. The mere fact that the book is being written is showing that it's predatory. But when a pimp is writing a book, you know you're hearing you're hearing the book from the villain. Well, maybe not. Yeah, it's a whole nother debate that I ain't about to get into. Whole nother moral debate that I'm not about to get into. But you do raise a good point. You do raise a good point. You make a good objection, and I like it. I like not even an objection, but you're just saying you're not even mad at this. So yeah, no, I understand where you're coming from. But RM in the building says, "Good day, Bernard Riley and Grown Man Our Crew." Absolutely. Judge Zilla in the building says the fact that the book could be published, let alone sold, tells you all you need to know. Tells you all you need to know about the environment and the women in it. Proceed with extreme caution or don't proceed at all. Absolutely. Side note, is that called a sunroof/moon roof fade? Oh, you talking about the guy in the thumbnail? Yeah, he's pulling up on the scene with his ceiling missing. Yeah, all day. The guy in the thumbnail, he needs to just go and let God and just shave all that off. Just call all the soldiers home from war. They fought a good fight. He's losing too many soldiers on the battlefield. It's time to just send all the troops home. Yeah. Shout out to Charles Barkley on that one when he be saying, "Come on home. It's time." Yeah. He do need to send them on home. He absolutely need to send them on home. But yep. Shout out to see a few people coming through supporting the stream early on, right off the gate. I do like it. Shout out to E Capone putting 5 on it. Shout out to Poindexter's Heel Turn in the building, says a Me Too book. LOL, hashtag O's is winning. I said it once, I said it again. I said this a while ago. Everything is set up today to where it's impossible for them to fail. Because if they're industrious and smart, they could figure out a way to make it and survive in this world. This just is what it is. They can figure out a way to be extremely successful in this world if they're successful, industrious, smart, and know how to roll up their sleeves and get things done. If they're average at best when it comes to that, they still can land themselves in a cubicle somewhere, in an air-conditioned cubicle, making 35 to 40K. You can get by on that. You can do enough to get by. You can get your bills paid. You can make it on that. If they don't have the ability to do that, then okay, they can fall back on the government and have the government take care of them. Or if the government is not taking care of them, worse come to worse, they can have a man taking care of them. So either they gonna figure out how to be successful on their own, figure out how to get out there and work and just be average on their own, or they're going to be taken care of by a man, but failing to get a man to take care of you, the government is going to take care of you. So they good. It's impossible for them to lose. You really can't show a situation where a woman just across the board, just clean sweep loss. It's hard to do that. It is difficult to do that. I've been saying that for a minute. Indigenous TV in the building says, disclosure, that movie I haven't seen that. That movie exposed the reverse Me Too culture that happens more than folks want the public to know. What is reverse Me Too? That movie pissed a lot of females off. I don't know what reverse Me Too is. Are you saying this Me Too if she was actually sexually harassed, but it's reverse Me Too if she really wasn't? She just flipped it and made it seem like she was? Is that what it is? Like, explain this reverse Me Too culture. Explain that. Because I don't get it. I legit don't get it. And I didn't mean to do that. Oh wait, no, we ain't going that way. Trying to get me. Okay. All right, we centered. Explain that. I'm assuming that's what you mean. I wouldn't even call that reverse. Because, okay, here it is. He's explaining it. The nobinar is when the woman is the predator and the man. Oh. Well, we saw that in in the movie Boomerang with the old chick who was Eddie Murphy's boss in there. That was an example of that. That was an example of exactly what you're talking about. So yeah, that exists. That exists. It is definitely a thing. It is definitely a thing. So I do know where you're coming from with that. I do know where you're coming from with that. But we got a number of things on the docket that we're going to get into per usual. You know how we do. You know how we roll. We're going to slow crawl into the topic. I got a number of good things lined up for you. So let's go ahead and get ready to go. Let's get it. We're about to make this happen. But I'll check out that movie, Disclosure. I will check that out. This just came across. I stumbled across this. So I'll check this out real quick. I'll probably just do this one, and then we'll get into the main topic. Maybe. All right. I may do some other stuff too. We'll see how it goes. But this is a channel that I stumbled into. It's called We Still Like Each Other. As far as I know, this girl right here and a guy, they sit there and they just talk. That's pretty much the gist of the show. Still young, got about 6,000 subs, but yeah, popped up on my timeline. So yeah, whatever. Shout out to them. All right. It says, why is child support such a touchy subject? Hate that they made it say, don't frame it as touchy. I think people are speaking clear and precise on what's the actual problems with it. Don't make it seem like, oh, it's just so touchy. No. We're speaking clear and precise on it. But anyway, let's see what they got to say on it.
Child support
for people in my tax brackets to help.
Hold on.
What is the purpose of child support?
For people in my tax brackets to help provide for the child that you created.
And what happens with a different tax bracket?
It's to provide a lifestyle for certain women who don't want to work.
But
now, what they're talking about right there, so I think when he's talking about his tax bracket, he's talking about somebody who makes, regular money, not necessarily low, not necessarily extremely high, but that's generally what child support is for from his perspective. And I can argue, but we can generally go with that. That's generally what it's for, to help out, to help provide for the child that he participated in creating. For other tax brackets, it's to provide a lifestyle for women who don't want to work. That's what it is. Now, it's kind of cut off, but the word, well, I may just make it start over because it's short, because I want y'all to hear that. Oh, wait, no, I can read it. So she already started off saying, but if you create a child, so that's the start of the sentence, because the but is cut off, but it says, but if you create a child. So, but
if you create a child with someone, what lifestyle do you want that child to have?
There are
Now, that is a smuggled in BS argument. And the courts operate on that too. They operate on it from the perspective of, if this person helped create a child and this person makes X amount of dollars, then that means the child needs to live the same lifestyle he would live as if he was living under the roof of that child. They actually do that in divorces. That's how they come up with child support and all the whole works. Everything that the man ends up having to pay out. They come up with that from the perspective of we want to make this look as close to possible as if the two parents are still under the same roof. From the child's perspective, financially, they want to make it look like that. They do that in divorces with the calculation of the overnights and how much with this person, how much money this person makes compared to what this person makes. All of that ends up warping into how much they're going to come up with in the calculation. So if she's making nothing and you're making a lot, that means you're going to pay more. If she's making the same thing as you, however, but she has more overnights, you're gonna end up paying something. But if you have the same amount of overnights and you're making roughly the same thing, you're probably not going to pay nothing. But if y'all have the same amount of overnights, but you actually make significantly more than her. Let's just say if you make 75,000 and she makes 10,000, but I got the same amount of overnights, you will pay child support for a kid that you're supporting half the time, which means you're paying it twice. You're paying it when he's over there, and you're paying it for the other half of the time that he's with you. It's literally set up like that. So that's essentially what she's arguing for, is that lifestyle of the child, regardless of the actual parenting schedule. Like that's literally how it works. My question is, if she wants the child to have a certain lifestyle, even though he doesn't live with that father, but that father makes a lot of money, so he wants them to have a certain lifestyle to be accompanied with it, I say, why not give the child to the father? And then normally when that happens, it turns into something like, well, what if he doesn't want the child? They get into all of that. They get into all of that mumbo jumbo. What if he doesn't want the child? Okay, what if he does? What if he does? What if he does? Do you give up the child then? Then they'll get into the whole spiel of, well, he's working. He's working so hard, making all that money. He doesn't have time to raise the child. Okay, great. So if it's a single mother who's working those same hours, making that same money, and the dad is making that $10,000 a year, which means he's not working that much. So you agree then that she should give up the child to the father. Well, no, she can't give that child to the man who's not making any money. But okay, but that woman who's not making any money can take the child. That is a contradiction in the hypocrisy that they run into when they try to go down those rabbit holes of making those arguments.
Are women out there who sleep with men in hopes of getting pregnant. I don't think those women should be rewarded with your logic saying, oh, that child deserves the same lifestyle as the father.
How can a woman swindle a man into getting her pregnant?
Broken condoms.
Oh, now it's broken condoms.
Lies about plan B.
I just hate this idea that a woman trapped you. You chose to have sex with this person.
There's something nasty about a woman choosing to bring life into this world when they knew that their only goal was to get a check.
Do you think that's the case, or is that a narrative that we've been engraved in our heads? What is the purpose of child support?
That was the discussion. I already fired off my shot on that one, but they definitely had a good discussion, a good little back and forth on that. I think what happens in that discussion is that she did a lot of what she did what a lot of women do, where they tend to be fairly dismissive of the situations where the woman is being strategic and calculated. Now, I always will say, protect yourself at all times, especially if you got money and if you're being reckless and you get a woman pregnant that you did not want to get pregnant, and then you messed up. And I said, and so yes, it's possible she can trap or trick a man. Yes, it's possible. But a part of me is on this. I'm not gonna absolve the woman, but I am on the notion of is your job to protect your own seed, but understand what you're dealing with. Understand that this, sophisticated, seemingly educated woman is basically arguing that we ain't shit. Therefore, it's your fault if you get trapped. Therefore, it's your fault if you get caught up. Like that's those are the undertones in it for me. Oh, there you go. Trapping is not possible, then neither is stealthing. Yeah. Yeah. Good one. Good one. Stealthing is a condom removal unbeknownst to the woman. That's what stealthing is. That's what stealthing is. Yeah, you can't deny one without the other. There'd be dudes out there trying to get women pregnant on purpose. So we're not going to deny that some women do try to get pregnant on purpose. But when a woman makes the argument that, hey, it's your fault. She can't trap you. You made a choice. Once you start arguing down that path, you're basically saying that's women essentially saying that, hey, we ain't shit, so you're bad. That's literally what's happening right there. But Uncle Stu in the building dropping 5 on it. I do appreciate you putting 5 on it. And as Paul Mall or Mel or May, I thought that was an L. As he said right there, don't forget your hot sauce. Hot sauce in your bag swag is what's going on there. Make sure you got the hot sauce in the bag. That's where it's at. That's where it's at. That is what's going on. Absolutely, 100% positively. I am with it. I am all in for that. I am all for that. I'm just playing. I didn't even know hot sauce could do the magical things that that it could apparently do when it interacts with sperm. I didn't know that. That was all new information for me. Like that that was literally new information for me. I did not know. Infantry skills, I like when you say that I'm dropping facts, but I always have to rethink everything I said when I see you agreeing with me that firmly. I'm like, damn, what did I say? They got infantry skills agreeing with me. I don't know. It makes me question everything when infantry skills agrees with me. But anyway, we are already here. 140 people in the building. Make sure y'all hit that like button. We got to dig into this one. Had to get some H2O in my system. Drink a lot of water. Drink water. It's good for you. So this book titled How to Destroy a Man. Damn. Destroy a Man Now. How to Destroy a Man Now. So the book is technically called Damn. How to Destroy a Man Now. Damn. A handbook. It says, a wave of sexual misconduct allegations about powerful men have exploded recently. In the media, the news, Twitter, #MeToo, etc. A bold social movement has begun with brave women coming forward. Okay, they're calling the women brave, but the contradiction in that is that they're also essentially admitting that these women are falsifying these things in a deliberate attempt to remove men from power. It says a bold social movement has begun with brave women coming forward and being applauded for speaking out, sharing their stories of abuse, like Amber Heard. Yeah, right on. Fist in the air. Share the stories of abuse, discrimination, and harassment. As a result, accused men like Harvey Weinstein, Matt Lauer, Charlie Rose, and dozens more have been removed from power and are suffering the consequences. How to Destroy a Man, Dr. Angela Confidential. So she don't want to put her name on it. A business psychologist, consult, and human resource professional empowers women with a step-by-step guide for destroying a man's reputation. Now that's the part right there. That is the operative part right there, where we're not talking about somebody who's done things. If she would have said a step-by-step guide and exposing what a man has done, I'd be like, okay, cool. She's saying a step-by-step guide in destroying a man's reputation and removing him from power. Removing him from power in easy to understand terms. The handbook reveals and explains the fundamental dynamics between allegations, the media, and authority as they relate to male misconduct in today's society. It also unveils the details, practical, real-world methods of leveraging allegations, media, and authorities to dethrone a man from power. So they're talking about leveraging the tools that a woman can use to essentially remove a man from power. Going further into it, look, oh no, this is a hard zoom. This is a really hard zoom. Okay. Oh wait, no, there it is. It's working better. Okay. Want to destroy a man's reputation and remove him from power for misconduct. See, they put in that coded word in there, but MTR actually bought the book and read some of what's inside of it. Inside of it, they're not talking about remove him from power for misconduct. They're just talking about removing him from power because this handbook by Dr. Angela Confidential tells you how. And this How to Destroy a Man Now, business psychologist and business psychologist Angela Confidential empowers women with step-by-step guide for ruining a man's reputation and removing him from positions of power in easy to understand terms. The handbook reveals and explains the fundamental dynamics between allegations, media, and authority. Okay, that's more or less repeating what they said on the back of it. Angela Confidential has a doctorate in psychology and is accompanied consultant and human resource professional. She brings a valuable blend of expertise. Is getting small and blurry and hard for me to read. I know I'll be needing glass. Expertise, experience, and practical advice in area of social science thinking and behavior and allegations in male misconduct in the workplace and other consequences. Now, here is the deal with this one. What it does when you crack it open and read what's inside of it. And I had the screenshots from when MTR did this, but I lost them. It was basically talking about not situations when men have actually done things and how to present it, because they don't really have a problem in that regard, because they already got to believe all women type of deal going on. They already got believe all women, they already got the media in that regard. So what they're talking about is step by step how you actually how you further work the media to ruin his reputation. How do you win in the court of public opinion? Essentially, how do you put the allegations out there on him, like say Amber Heard did. She put the allegations out there on Johnny Depp about abuse. She spoke at Me Too rallies. She manipulated everything. She publicly ruined his reputation. She had him losing work. She had him not being able to get in movies. She did the whole work. She did the whole thing. She did all of that. She worked all those systems, all those avenues. She worked all of that. She lied. She manipulated. And this is essentially a book that explains to women how to do that. It essentially explains to women how to do that. That's what this book is doing. Where are damn it. Give me a second. Give me a second. False allegations. These are people's reviews of it. False allegations and defamation are surely illegal. How can Amazon publish a book on how to commit crime? If I were to publish a date grape book on there called How to Grape a Woman, surely it would be removed. Another review says there's much better. And not to mention, as someone who identifies as a doctorate in psychology, it is appalling that the author encourages women to create false allegations as a way of removing men from power. This kind of content is sexist in itself. Well, we live in an environment where things like this are, okay, that's not considered sexist. I mean, it's just starting to be the early stages of pushback on this that we're seeing with men speaking up online, where men should be speaking up online. We should be going at any type of thing that is promoting something like this. Anything that's promoting something like this, we should be speaking up about it. We should be raising our voices against it. MTR actually said it's a place on here where you can flag a book. He said he's like I'm not telling you what to do with it, but I know what I'm doing with that button. So yeah. But he said it's appalling that the author encourages women to create false allegations. See, that's showing right now what I can't actually pull up and prove right now. I thought I had it ready to go, but it ain't ready to go. But don't worry about it. The reviews are telling us what I was going to show y'all that was in the book, and I might pull that up later. I'll probably pull that up later when I open up the panel. But he says the author encourages women to create false allegations as a way of removing men from power. This kind of content is sexist in itself. It's hateful and immoral. It's okay to be against sexual assault and have values on that, but it's inappropriate to encourage women to create false allegations as a means of attaining power and authority. So that's essentially what the book does teach. It teaches them how to create the false allegations to gain power over men, to gain power and authority over men, to remove men from power. That is essentially what the book is doing. There's much better and not to mention more truthful content out there than this. Not worth anyone's time. Why I will never mentor another female coworker ever again. Y'all remember that one? Yeah, I remember that one when they were talking about how women were actually suffering because of the Me Too, because men they didn't want to be having meetings or having any teaching, any tutoring, any mentoring, any doing anything with women at the job because they didn't want to even be alone in the room with them. Out in corporate America, that became a thing. They didn't want to do that for the obvious reasons. They didn't want this woman to have any leverage or any leeway to possibly accuse them of anything. So they just basically started ignoring women, and though that ignoring of women and not dealing with women and not working with women, and it essentially made it to where they essentially got less raises and less promotions and less this and less that because of all the false allegations and everything that gets tossed out there and thrown out there. Men started adjusting to what was going on and what women was doing. So that's essentially what he's talking about there. What he says, why I will never mentor another female coworker ever again. This book teaches women to abuse the trust they are generally given to destroy a man by making false allegations. That's what the book is doing. If that is the fastest way to remove him from a position, then the end justify the means. Seriously, ladies, do not do this. I hope karma visits the author someday. Yeah, we don't believe in that karma stuff over here. But anyway. Misandry and drivel. I love that it's so many people giving bad reviews to this. I love that so many people are giving bad reviews to this. I hope we can get some more on this. I hope more people can come against this and more or less shoot this down. Like, I mean, he said this literature encourages women to sidestep around due process and hurl false allegations at any man they don't like. This such feminazi trash. And these were reviews from 2018. These reviews were from 2018. These are not recent, fresh reviews. Such feminazi trash is going to drive more men away from women. You could tell that's somebody who's been in the space. That's somebody from the white manosphere. You could tell. Such feminazi trash is going to drive men away from women, leaving said women crying that same old mantra, where have all the good men gone? Now, this person gave it a 2-star review. Everybody else was just giving 1 star. This person gave 2 stars. Let's see what's happening here. Highly recommended. I now better understand how women subvert the justice system and due process, and will be better able to protect myself and family. Okay. I see what he did there. This person says 0 out of 10. This is the last one I'll read. But shout out to everybody in the building. We got Hold the Truth Hostage. This is just training men to P2P. I don't know what that means. As women age out. How to Destroy a Man, 1 Easy Step. Men Guilty Until Proven Innocent. That's a book as well. K. Dot in the building says, I'm sorry, bro, but the modern day black female is not to be trusted. They are evil, and I don't think any BM should deal with them, nor should they protect them. Let Brad help them. That ain't exactly the topic, but I mean, okay. That ain't exactly what we on right now. I mean, we are reviewing a book written by a white woman. But anyway. Oh, pay to play. Pay play. All right, got you. See, I don't be knowing the lingo. But shout out to you. Hold the Truth Hostage. Do appreciate you. Shout out to Uncle Stu, the old man on the block. Appreciate you. Appreciate each and every one of you. Judge Zilla. See, that's what I thought it was too, Judge Zilla. I thought it was Pet 2 Penguins. I thought that's what it was. Pet 2 Penguins. Nels Boogie is suggesting right there, get the likes up. Definitely want to get the likes up on this one. This one is he says, shout out to the Loonies and Toonies. That's an inside joke from the last show. He says, women has been mistreated in what workplace? But no, this is definitely a wild one. This book is absolutely disgusting. To promote destroying a man's life, then say it's working and women are winning. Okay, he's basically said hoes is winning. This book is absolutely disgusting. To promote destroying a man's life, then to say it's working and women are winning. How can this book even be allowed to be published? Men's lives and those of his family get destroyed. Women, they never think about that part. This man whose life you're destroying, he's married to a woman. So that's a woman's life you're destroying too. Shout out, I think Game Changer made a argument where he said feminists, they don't care nothing about women. I think there's a lot of truth in that. There's a lot of truth in that. They just care about power and leverage in that situation, and they don't care. They'll screw over women to get the power and leverage in that situation. You are screwing over a woman. That man can have a wife and 3 daughters, and you're ruining his reputation, removing his ability to provide for them, but you don't give a shit. They don't consider that as a form of they don't look at the protection, security, and money and everything that he's providing for this wife and his 3 daughters. They don't look at that as something that okay, that matters. No. That doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. We're going to hurt those 4 other females in that equation to get our little gain here. But we're 4 women. It's like, but they don't like that because I guess that would be the evil patriarchy taking care of women. They don't want the evil patriarchy taking care of women. They want women to be able to take care of themselves. But while the patriarchy is taking care of that woman, she's taking care of the children, and everything functions in society like that. But no. We need to break that shit up and do our own individual power and have those women in a wayward situation. That's what they fight for. That's what they fight for. Indigenous TV, y'all think they care about the collateral damage? Oh, black man, so naive. Indigenous TV, what the fuck do you be talking about? We just acknowledge that they don't care about the collateral damage. So why are you trying to charge us up with not caring? Oh, black man, so naive. Why Why are you so determined to charge up the people who are sounding the drum, speaking up for men? Like, that is weird. That is weird. Like, you be coming off to me like you're with them. You be coming off to me like you're teaming up with them to criticize men who are calling out the bullshit. Like, the shit is getting goofy. The shit is getting goofier and goofier every day. Jackie Jack in the building. Shout out to Jackie. Says, women are collateral damage in feminism. Yes, that is the point that we are making, but somebody is arguing that we're not making that point somehow. That is stupid. That is stupid. He says, these women absolutely believe in mutually assured destruction. Yes, thank you for reiterating the point that the host is making. God damn. I had mentioned Game Changer earlier, and we are fortunately joined by Game Changer. What is going on? What prompted you to come on up?
So what prompted me was to reiterate what I was saying earlier about feminists do not care about women. They don't. What they do wish to do is they want to corner the market on femininity. So they want to control other women's femininity so that they can sell theirs at a premium. In other words, that's really what it's all about. They truly don't care about the plight of women. If you ever ask them, like, okay, if you're going to be this strong, independent businesswoman, who's going to watch the kids and who's going to do all the, quote unquote slave work that, you're too good for because a woman is too good for the kitchen, you know, she'll say, oh, a maid or a cook or something. Basically, they're going to hire another bitch to do it. They never really, it's like, wait a minute. So it's really all about you. So you could go on and be this, Claire Huxtable doctor chick, but you're still going to oppress another woman. That's the ultimate goal.
Yeah, if it's oppressive for her to do that for her family, it's definitely oppressive for another woman to do it for somebody else's family and get paid roughly minimum wage to wipe toilets and wipe asses. That got to be oppressive.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
this goes to the stupidity of black feminists as well, because they were the ones. They were the ones. Like when the white feminists consist of women with maids that said, bitch, don't use my toilet. And you was the bitch not using her toilet, and she convinced you to sign up for feminism. It was stupid. You're stupid. She convinced you that scrubbing her toilets was better than being a housewife. And she was a housewife. You're stupid. You're stupid. Like, you didn't think that maybe she was just convincing you to not get married and continue to scrub her toilets? You're stupid. You're stupid. She's a woman catering to her husband, and she got you doing all the dirty work. And but you actually thought that she cared about you. You actually thought that this feminist cared about women. But she's doing her husband. You're scrubbing the toilet. And instead of her trying to get into her position, she convinced you to not get a husband. You know that thing she got that's making you scrub her toilets? She convinced you not to get one of those so you can continue scrubbing. And then she called you strong and independent. You're stupid. You're stupid. They weren't on your side. And you couldn't even use the toilet you're scrubbing. You're stupid. And you had to scrub the toilet you were using. You had two toilets to scrub. Two toilets to scrub. You be having nightmares. And then you have to go home and scrub your own toilet. Like, your life consisted of toilet scrubbing.
Yeah.
You thought feminism was going to save you from scrubbing toilets, and come to find out you scrubbed 3. You're stupid.
We got Ike Ogiamian in the building. Shout out to Ike.
Calamity fi hit we any moment, what's a pity? Tomorrow never certain. What was behind the curtain? The face of evil. Evil will make advances. Pick up your sword and lances and be sure to take your stances.
He says, simplistic but true statement. Feminism is for middle class ugly women. Yeah.
No, Ike. It's just for ugly women. It's just for ugly women. Ugly knows no class. If you're a rich ugly woman, feminism is for you. If you're a middle class ugly woman, feminism for you. If you're a poor ugly woman, feminism is for you. Feminism is for ugly women. Why? Because ugly women do not want to live in a patriarchy, because in a patriarchy, women are valued by their value to men. And ugly women have less value to men than pretty women. They don't want that. Yes, if you are let's just say if you're a woman who likes carpets and you are unattractive women, patriarchy is not for you. Of all economic backgrounds, all of them.
Yeah. What about fat women?
Well, fat women by default is ugly. No, fat is
I'm just trying to provoke you into a rant about fat women.
No. Fat is a sort of willful ugliness, but it's a subset of ugly. I can't imagine a woman being fat and not ugly.
Okay, let's talk about that. I'm just trying to trigger you at this point. The chick that was on the cover of Sports Illustrated, everybody said she was pretty.
Well, I seen that cover a little bit. I didn't find her attractive. I didn't.
You didn't think she was facially pretty at all?
I don't. Fat women
not
don't
even just
have
a little
faces.
bit.
Fat women don't have faces, Bernard. What in the hell? Like,
so to you, fat women are like the nanny and Muppet babies. She just
yeah, exactly. You actually look at fat women's faces? No, it's kind of like you just stop. Okay, so picture when Harvard rejected me, right? I don't think that they actually read my letter. I think that they just looked at my grades and said, "Oh no, this nigga." Like, because people with grades like that don't have letters. That's the way they looked at me. They just looked at the grades and the activities and said, "Oh, fuck that." And then they sent me a letter and it just said no. It didn't even have it was just a letter in an envelope that said no. And it came postage due. They didn't want to fuck with me. They was just like, nah, nigga. Is essentially
they didn't take the time. They didn't take the time to type out the thank you for consideration for considering Harvard and blah 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 blah. But at this time we can't blah 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 blah. They didn't give you like 2 paragraphs. They just sent you a paper and with like the font on like 64 and it just said no.
No, Bernard, it wasn't font. It was handwritten. They just said no. As big as they can write it. They just said no. And I doubt that they read that's what you do to fat shit. What do you do? Why are you even evaluating at that point? You see the fat? Like, you're gonna evaluate the face? Like, no. You see, here's what's going on. Far too common. Black men have been looking for an excuse to get with a chick. So when they come across an unsavory bitch, they scan hoping to find a quality so they can tell their friends, yeah, but look at such and such, look at such and such, hoping that you can ignore the fat. And they replace it with such and such, like, oh yeah, she's fat, but and then they start scanning, like, oh yeah, but her titties though, and when they can't find anything, they say, but her personality. Fuck all of that, you're fat. That means that everything else is out of order.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I was trying to pull up something for you. Damn it, it's not working. It is not working. So I'll have to. Oh wait, no, I know how I can do that. I know I can do that. So yeah, that'll be coming. That'll be coming later on. That'll be coming later on in the show. But somebody made a comparison. I think it was Logan JJ. he said, you know, in response to this this Me Too handbook that they essentially, you know, wrote in 2018, kind of floated under the radar. I haven't seen anybody covering this at all, but this Me Too handbook, it was out there. It's literally called How to Destroy a Man. On the front end, they dog whistle on the front end, but when it's opened up and you could see what's in it, which I don't have right now. I had screenshots ready to go. I was disorganized, you know, very, very unorganized, and I don't even know what happened to my screenshots. But you could tell from the reviews, basically when it's actually opened up and it's in there, you can literally see that no, they are talking about how to work and facilitate false allegations against men to destroy their lives. That's literally what they're talking about. And I view that to, you know, similar as a man writing a book on how to hit a woman in certain parts of the body with the side of your hand that don't leave a mark but causes internal problems. You know,
Mhm.
if a book was written like that, I do view that book exactly like that. But somebody threw out something, I think it was Logan JJ, said, well, we had pimp books like, you know, Iceberg Slim and the whole works, and they wrote books. And so he drew a comparison to there, like you can't get mad at this because that existed. So what's your, just putting you on the spot, what's your response to that? I have my response to that. I gave it earlier in the show before anybody was really in here. But so let's talk about that. Could any comparison be made there?
No, because Iceberg Slim's The Pimp was not an instruction manual. It was an autobiography, more or less.
Ah,
And really, the moral of it was not to pimp. And secondly, even if it was, it's still a consensual thing. Pimping and hoeing, traditionally speaking, it's a consensual thing. If not, it's called something else that I won't get into. But yeah, but no,
gorilla
that
pimping.
doesn't, huh?
No,
No, gorilla pimping is
it was a clip of Too Short talking about gorilla pimping that just recently, where it's like, you gonna pimp for me, I'm gonna kill you, bitch. But anyway, that was so that way it wouldn't be consensual. But anyway,
no, it's consensual.
I
Gorilla,
mean,
I
you're
don't
gonna
know
hope
what
for me,
Too
I'm
Short
gonna
was
kill
talking
you.
about,
But
but gorilla pimping is gorilla pimping is really just like a more physically aggressive form of it. But no, I mean, because think about it. Then they put it traditionally. It's consensual. I'll
yes,
just leave it at that.
okay.
But nevertheless, but never, in Iceberg Slim's book, he wasn't gorilla pimping. It was really an autobiography of pimping,
See, that I didn't know. I didn't read the book, so I'm like
or
really
of him as
glad
a
you.
pimp, rather.
Yeah, I'm really glad you read it.
Yeah, I read it in college. It's actually a very interesting book. It talks about the nature of people, black people of the time.
Yeah, you know, that's cool. That's cool. I yeah, yeah. So that's
Oh,
a
and by
good
the
difference.
way,
One.
just so people know, Iceberg Slim himself was molested by a woman as a child.
Hmm,
So,
wow, didn't know that. What made you read that? I'm just curious.
um, uh, so a friend of mine had. I've always been curious about that book. People have been mentioning it a lot, but a friend of mine had this pledge who had an older brother, and he left it at my friend's house that time, and I just picked it up. It's a very quick and easy read.
Hmm. Interesting, interesting. I'm trying to pull something up because this is going to be funny and quite fun when I do finally get my stuff to work. I'm going to throw something out there. I don't know if you saw my pre-record earlier. Damn it, it is not coming up. It is not coming up. I don't know if you saw my pre-record earlier when I basically showed the makeup fake up before and after of Miss Average at best. And I was being careful because I didn't want to be mean spirited because she ain't out attacking nobody, but she showed a no makeup picture, showed a full blown no makeup picture, and then she did the before, the after pic. Now, even when she was on the Average at Best video, she had makeup on. She had makeup on, and even when she was in the TV show, she had her own makeup on. But then when she showed the before and after the TV show made her up, and she showed the before and after of how she looked, basically like Kevin Samuels used to say, "Fresh face out the shower." That's how you truly rate yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And so she showed that. And
Well,
did
no, I haven't seen the video, but I've seen your thumbnail.
okay. So
And
yeah, so that's what I'm.
so I do know generally what you speak of. And listen, well, before I get into that, I do want to say she is attacking people. She's attacking you in particular, and you have every right to be mean. Well, I don't know what your income level is, but but
Okay.
in her thing, she did attack men of a certain income level. So she attacked.
She wasn't attacking me. She wasn't attacking me, but ain't nothing wrong. No, if you go to work,
Well, she was attacking 90% of men. If she wasn't attacking you, she was attacking your brother, your cousin, or somebody in your damn family. So I shouldn't say you in particular, but she was attacking men of a certain income. And so fuck her.
Yeah. I still handled it with care, but I went in a little bit. I did make some larger points about the whole that the damn witchcraft is real. The damn witchcraft.
Oh yeah, bitchcraft. Yeah. So into that, and fellas, and I always say this is why I no longer online date because of this, and yeah, they never, ever, ever in real life look anywhere. Basically, what the picture provides you is how they look at their absolute best, perhaps. Perhaps. What you see is not going to be what you get. It's always going to be worse, always. So don't get too excited about a picture. If anything, um, and this is my experience online dating. The chicks with the pictures that kind of like looks over filtered, and you could tell when it's over filtered sometimes because the background looks like I believe it's not butter commercial or something like that. It looks like one of those old timey soap opera filters. It's just off. It's just off. Yeah. So this isn't just makeup. There's also camera work going into play here. There's editing and stuff. You could kind of tell how the chin. It's almost like they took the head off. They did stuff with it, and then they put the head back on the neck. Like the neck and the head don't really match the face. So yeah,
Well,
I don't think that
okay.
this is
I
just makeup. I think
screenshotted that picture. I screenshot that picture from a video. So that was actual live video. The only thing I did that's probably making you say what you're saying is I had to stretch it a little bit so it'll fit. So to me stretching it probably rounded out the shape of her head a little bit. Because it probably her look like if you look at the picture on the left is more squeezed together in oval shape. So I made her head a little more round and thus making her chin a little more round. So it is that's I believe the only thing that was actual editing, unless she had on some video filter when she did it, but it didn't necessarily look like that. It looked like that makeup. I mean, I showed in the video that I put out. I showed how they do video, like chicks be having that big of a transformation. Like this wasn't the worst. I showed another chick doing something that was like she looked worse than this chick on the left, and she came out looking like a completely different species. Like it was crazy. So that's a thing. I mean, a lot of people saying that was Photoshop or that was filter, but she took the video down. I guess she was catching some backlash, but I did screenshot some things before but I wanted to have the video live in the actual video. And the video that I put out, I wanted the actual video of her doing it so people could really see what was going on there. But yo, shit. If Sam Cassell got gender reassignment surgery, oh man, come on, man. I don't know if you know who Sam Cassell is.
I don't know who that is, but I mean, just any man in that category will make the joke funny. So yeah. But no, okay. So let's just take the whole filtering aspect out of it, right? Let's just take the Photoshop and filter possibility out of it, and let's just say that this is makeup, right? What does that say about her as a woman? You see, part of being a woman, part of being in your feminine self is knowing how to look your best, is knowing how to apply makeup on yourself. This is something that a man can't teach you. This is something that's passed down from mother to daughter, just like a hot comb on a stove stuff, right? This is just something out there. However, she don't do it. She is so out of touch with her femininity that she don't know how to put on her makeup good before she goes on to Kevin Samuels. Now that just says something, right? It's kind of like a young man that don't know how to tie a tie. It shows like a disconnect with the patrilineal cycle going on in your house. You know, the person who was supposed to teach you how to tie a tie wasn't available to do so. The person who was supposed to teach her how to put on some makeup right wasn't there to do so. She wasn't available. Now you are telling me that you know how to make a dog look better, but you don't know how to make yourself look better.
Damn.
That is what is being said. That is how far disconnected she is from her uh, matrilineal, feminine self.
Yeah, that's
She can
crazy.
make dogs look better, but she can't make her own self as a human look better. It really shows her how she prioritized herself, her vagina.
Yes, Jack in the building says, "Did you stretch out Brittany Cooper yesterday?" No, I don't believe that's a stretched out picture. I didn't stretch that. That one looked like I stretched it. I didn't stretch that one out. That's just Brittany Cooper.
Yeah,
That's just Brittany Cooper in all her glory, in all her unfiltered glory.
or whatchamacallit, her tailor stretched her out. Like that's what. Yeah.
You're speaking to the amount of material needed for that Jolly Green Giant outfit she had on.
Well, no. See, here's the thing: women like her are forever bigoting. So it's not like one. It's not like they get a suit and then that suit just stays the thing. No, it has to be reopened and opened and opened again. They're constantly rebigoting.
What? What am I hearing? I missed something.
Women like Brittany Cooper are constantly rebigoting. So, oh, excuse me, they're constantly getting fatter.
Oh, okay. Now I get it. Now I get. Okay, I didn't know what rebigging was. You saying that
They're getting bigger. They're rebigoting.
okay? They're blubberfying. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
Uh,
They're ever expanding, like the galaxy. They're ever expanding.
yeah. So that outfit that she could fit in that picture, she's not going to be able. Shortly, she won't be able to fit it. And it's Donald Trump's fault. It's Donald Trump's fault for you know, the Trump era and whatever she said in that argument. But yeah, yeah. Yeah, rebigging. Don't tell me you wake up like y'all just knew what rebigging meant. Y'all didn't just know what that was. Don't play me like y'all just knew that. Y'all did not know. I ain't the only one. Nick Taylor in the building says that's Brit. She tipping the scales pretty tough. If you draw her blood, you're gonna find bacon bits and ragu. Thank you for the super chat. Do appreciate that. All right. So what do you say? Going back to that topic, even though I got a number of things I could pull out real quick. Hold on. I got a number of things I could pull out real quick. But going back to the title topic for a second, just the overall. What do you say? What's your take? Like, I know I got my take on this, but what are your take on books like that one that's out, and then when you take that and you look at the Black Manosphere who constantly, shout things down. I mean, it's getting to the point where we shout things down. Like some people will try not to admit it, but I think the Black Manosphere does have a lot to do with the damn Black Lives Matter, taking down all of that stuff off their website, that they had to remove from their website because they basically got busted when she basically said they're here to destroy the nuclear family. And you know, they put it all out there. And Black Manosphere, you know, banged the drum on that. It was video after video after video on it, and eventually they had to take their stuff down. And then now here we are, something like this, MTR banging a drum on that. I'm banging a smaller drum, but banging a drum nonetheless. And I think that speaks to men speaking up, speaking out, and stirring the pot of the culture of what's okay, what's not okay, what's acceptable, and what's not acceptable. What's your thoughts on that? Or is long Tong Son says, thank Black conservatives. Yeah, you real talk, real talk. But what's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I do think that it's very important for a man's voice to be heard. Like, keep in mind that even if the manosphere didn't exist, or these discussions wasn't had online, men would still have these discussions with each other. Like, I mean, from in my travels, when I talk to brothers, just in general, people who obviously don't recognize my voice, don't know who Game Changer is. I told you the story about how I went to my friend's house. I told you the story privately.
Mm-hmm.
How I went to my friend's house and he purchased one of those swinging arm things. I forget what it's called. One of those perpetual motion machines that Kevin Samuels had.
The twirly
And
thing
this
in
is
Kevin
somebody.
Samuels' video. I mean, the perpetual motion thing. I don't think people know what you're talking about. But you're talking about the little spinning thing in Kevin Samuels' video, just in case anybody catch that.
Yeah,
Yeah. All right.
yeah. It's a type of perpetual motion machine, but yeah, the swinging thing is I
Mm.
didn't want to say Kevin Samuel swinging thing because then people would click it, but yeah, he
Go ahead. Go ahead.
he had that he had that in his house, and he said, "I bought that so when chicks come over, they know exactly where I stand." So he bought it as a flex on chicks. So like even outside of that, even outside the manosphere, people who don't watch, don't frequent, and things like that, they understand the feeling is out there. We're just the online discussion arm of a greater consensus that men out there have been feeling. So yeah, it is bigger than that. Now, every now and again, we come across information as a result of this from being a hub of such things and an outlet of information that we can expose organizations like Black Lives Matter, and we can get it to a large number of people in a very relatively small period of time. So, absolutely, it does have impact.
Yeah, and here it is. See, when I mentioned, black men who try to spit in the face at, what we're doing, here comes indigenous TV saying BGS tries to claim credit for taking down BLM, and then he tries to, throw some unrelated dirt on his name. Same dude who told ninjas to get the jab. Like, I'm sorry. At this point, indigenous TV, far as I'm concerned, you're a simp enforcer. That's the category I'm putting you in. You're a gynocratic goon at this point. Never black men talk about anything. You just try to figure out a way to put dirt on whatever's being discussed. Like at this point, I just have to just say you're teaming up with the bitch. That's what you are, indigenous TV. That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. You're a simp enforcer. I just that's that's where I'm placing you. That's where I'm placing you. I can't even do it. I can't even do it at this. You're gynocratic goon, as far as I'm concerned. Indigenous Gyno TV. Yeah. Simp enforcer. Yeah, well, that's probably the gynocratic goon. Yeah. That's probably right. That's probably right. Anyway, we're talking about the pressure that black men in this space put out there that basically made the BLM start panicking and taking stuff down from their website. Don't try to take that W away. Don't try to take that W away. Like, come on, cut the crap. Cut the crap.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think that it's also important to have a segment that says these people, a segment of Black people, men and to a lesser extent women who say these people do not speak for me. You see, if somebody speaks loud enough, a black person speaks loud enough, white people will assume that that is the spokesperson for black people. And that's what BLM was doing. They basically was like, okay, these are the spokespeople for black people, but you know, we do have an opportunity to have a counter voice to say, listen, I'm not with these L gibbets, you know, or you know, I'm not with these niggas, or whatever you call females that kind of look like they have a penis. And I'm not talking about a full blown swinger. I'm talking about like a little like thumb thing sticking out of their vagina a little bit. It looks like that they have one of those underneath it, you know. So whatever you call those type of creatures, we there are a group that can say we're not with them,
Yeah.
and we need a voice to do that.
Right. No, absolutely. I'm pulling. Hold on, where we at? I'm pulling this up right now. This was something that I was gonna do something on. I was gonna do this. I was gonna do this at the beginning of the show, but we're gonna do it right now. We're gonna look at this right now. So give me a second.
Yeah, and while you're doing that, Nick Taylor says, I would really love to know how many black people actually read Black Lives Matter original mission statement. Listen,
Or women can do for themselves.
My bad.
The
Hold
better
on.
the offer has to be.
Damn it.
This is why some of
Or women can do for
I
themselves.
can't pause that.
The better the offer.
no, it was this Instagram.
and this is why some of the men that jump on the internet are so angry.
Or women can do
Okay,
for
there it is.
themselves.
All right. My bad. What was you saying? What did somebody say?
What was I saying?
You was
Oh,
responding to
no, I was
somebody
saying
said.
what Nick Taylor was saying.
Okay.
As far as you know, I probably wouldn't have read it if it wasn't for the Manosphere. I wasn't really with BLM like prior to finding out about their agenda. Because you know I was there for the I was in Cali, of course, during their whole Rodney King thing. And then I was very young, and I'm not gonna lie, it was mainly about getting free shit and skipping school. But it did make sense. It did make sense to protest, riot, rally the verdict. But now niggas is just they're protesting right before they even get the verdict. Before anything happened, before there's even an unjust injustice, are they determined if the shooting itself was an injustice? They're just do right now. It's just niggas looking for something to do, and others looking to link up with niggas looking for something to do. The shit's pathetic. So, and this is how I felt about it prior to finding out the hidden agenda. Now, to Nick Taylor's point, once I found out, I printed it, and then because here, and this may be nationwide, but here every now and again you have these families who have the flag outside the house, and there's some jackass like that with a BLM flag in my neighborhood. So I go to his house and I explain it was a black man, and they're not always black. But I go to his house and I gave it to him. Right, I actually printed it out and gave it to him, and he still got the flag up to this day. He still got the flag up. You want to know what I learned from niggas like that? Is that people just want to be a part of something, and they don't care how fucked up it is. They just want to be a part of something. They just want to say, "Oh, I'm a part of this thing."
Yeah, absolutely. We're joined by my main man, Conservative, in the building. What's going on? What's going on?
Hey, what up, y'all?
Hey, what's up?
I just came up. I came
You
up.
heard BLM, and you came. You saw the bat symbol in the air, and you came ready for war. That's what happened.
Yeah, I was lurking already, and then you started talking about these bras, so you know, I had to. But I remember though having it's weird we talk about like when the manosphere bleeds over into your real life. Like for example, I remember one of my homeboys telling me he had a friend that like him and his girl was arguing because dude was listening to Kevin too much. Like these little stories are starting to pop up every now and then where like women in the real world you meet are like visibly irate at the Kevin Samuels phenomena and all that. Like I have experienced that in the real world. But this BLM stuff, I remember when years ago when BLM, I guess, first became a thing, and we were talking about like the manifesto and the whole thing about the getting rid of disrupting the nuclear patriarchal white supremacist family structure or whatever. And I was talking to my homeboys about it, and they didn't want to believe me. This like even when you pull it up to them and show them the website, they just did not want to believe. And then for at least one friend of mine, this is how it happened. It wasn't me that convinced them with all of my effort and logics and evidence. He heard it from like, I think Brother Polite or one of these pro-black guys that he was listening to. And so like an actual pro-black who I guess his reputation was solid enough, once he heard it from that kind of authority, then he started to look a little bit deeper. But that's been like the process. I think a lot of people just don't want to believe the truth no matter how much evidence you put in front of them.
Well, I think also, as I was saying a moment ago, conservative was that I think brothers just want, and sisters, they just want to be a part of something. And if you have information on that something that's damning and disruptive to your own personal life, they still want to be a part of it. They still just want to say, as long as I'm a part of something, I don't really care what it is.
Yeah.
I think it's more than just something. It's a black something. Like that black something is a very powerful pull. It's like it's like gravity, man. It's just pulling people down.
Yeah. Well,
that speaks a lot to the problem with black folks. It's like we will go for anything. If it you slap black on it and put the label on a lunchbox, we'll buy the motherfucker. It's like that's what it is. It don't matter.
Well,
I'm mad at Walmart though. I wanted to try that Juneteenth ice cream, by the way. I just wanted to taste it. But
okay, anyway. we'll talk about it. Go ahead, GC. We'll talk about the Juneteenth ice cream after this.
Well, because we're not a part of a community, essentially, or we're part of a broken community, we're looking for that. So, other people are automatically a part of something, even if it's something small. If you're Jamaican, you're automatically part of a Jamaican community. If you, are, I don't know, any type of foreign group that has been here for less than 3 generations, you are a part of that group. So you are a part of a small community. We should be a part of the second or third largest community, but it's crap. Like the community is crap because the family structure is all over the place. Therefore, we still feel alone. And things like Black Lives Matter comes along, who's the reason for the collapse of the original community, is now trying to take its place.
All right, moving on a little bit. Okay, the Juneteenth ice cream. I'll start with Hood Conservative on a scale from 1 through 10. How offended were you?
Not at all. I mean, it's expected. You can't have a black holiday and not capitalize on it. I mean, black people love to monetize black things. Look, I was on my channel earlier and I was talking about, I was going through 125th in Harlem. It's like the pro-black Mecca. Like all you see is shops and tables and little black this and black that. We love to sell blackness to each other. So why can't Walmart get in on the game? Let the big dogs play.
See, this is where I'll go to you in the second game changer. This is where I was at on it. And I've been saying this about black holidays for a while. Like if we want them to, okay, put it like this. I don't know if it was Dr. Umar or it was some pro-black Instagram page. It wasn't Umar. It was some pro-black Instagram page. And they were talking junk about black people celebrating Cinco de Mayo, St. Patrick's Day, but you're not celebrating Juneteenth. I'm like, well, okay, well, maybe we need to create some kind of, hell, I mean, that we barbecue on the 4th. Let's barbecue on Juneteenth. I was just saying, okay, let's it, we it's on us to create the celebration if it's going to be a celebration. And most holidays just devolve into people just drinking and overeating. So hell, let's just drink and overeat on Juneteenth. That's what I was throwing out there with people. But then we looked at, oh no, that's disrespectful. We can't just celebrate that like how everybody else celebrate they shit. That was my thing. So on the 4th of July, there is 4th of July ice cream, and you see Christmas, Santa Claus on everything. You see all kind of lettering and paraphernalia for every holiday, every label, but we hold ours as something sacred. Can't nobody else touch it, but we don't do shit with it either. So it's like a weird thing that we do with our holidays that I just don't understand it. If we want our holidays to be holidays that celebrated, then god damn it, that's what it looked like when holidays are celebrated. It get on the goddamn ice cream label. So but anyway, go ahead.
Okay, so that falls under categories if niggas just look for stuff to complain about. So I don't know if it was Umar Johnson, Root Shock, or it's that nigga, but or whoever said that, we do celebrate Juneteenth.
How?
Well, how do I? There's always functions out this way. Okay, maybe it's regional.
I think it
Juneteenth is celebrated commonly here, or annually here. So maybe.
Okay, what do y'all do?
So much like the 4th of July, there's always like rallies and outdoor picnics and things at the parks, barbecues, like you suggested.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes there's in other parts there's like little mock marches, just a celebration of blackness.
Oh God, a march? What are they marching for? Like we free?
No, it's really just like a celebration, and they're not marching like in protest. And I know that that's what it's commonly associated to, but they're
symbolic march though.
Huh?
A symbolic march. Like I'm trying to grasp the psychology of a symbolic march. Oh, all right. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy yourself.
They're in the symbolic march. They're marching, singing. We have overcome.
Right. We just overcome.
Because if you symbolic marching, then you got to say that you overcame. Anyway.
Well, no, it is sort of like a festival, and the marches do tend to lead to festivals. But Grove Master said, yeah, they do. You do see it at the BART station, so they do make a deal about it. Of course, not a 4th of July level deal, but they do make a deal about it. So now I know that the rest of the country don't do that. So now I know.
No, we don't.
So I thought that Umar was just bitching. I thought that he's like, y'all don't celebrate it. I was like, nigga, you bitching, we celebrate it. But okay. So, but nevertheless, there is still a factor of bitching for the sake of bitching, because they're going to complain if you do celebrate it, how you celebrate it. They're going to complain about white people, getting their buck off of it. Listen, here's the thing about holidays, and I found this out in college. A Mexican dude told me this. He said that that Cinco de Mayo is not Mexican Independence Day, and it's not even something that we celebrate in Mexico. He was first generation. He was like, he said it's like a victory over France Day for Mexico. It's not even like their Independence Day. They have a whole separate Independence Day that is a holiday that is important to them in Mexico. And anybody who's Mexican or knows somebody who's Mexican or can Google it, help me out here. But that's not their actual main real holiday. That's not their Independence Day. But it's so commercialized here, I don't know, to sell them Coronas and shit, that it's pushed, and we think of it as their Mexican 4th of July.
I didn't know that.
Everything is fake, bro. I remember. I was on
Okay,
the
it's the
internet
day
a
they
few years back,
defeated
and I just
the
realized
French.
everything is fake.
Yeah, it's the day they defeated the French and Napoleon. So but it wasn't like it's not their, when they got their independence from Spain. It's, it's, yeah. So
Hmm.
I'm just saying, there's a lot of commercialized bullshit that that they insert into people's culture in order to make a buck.
Right, right. Yeah, that's wild. That's crazy. I saw when it looked like Jada LaRue had posted something along the lines of when those other people holidays come around, she'll make some Cinco de Mayo products and sell it, some item St. Patrick's Day products and sell it, and basically get money off them. Like we we do got to look at that junk in terms of capitalism, and we won't even properly capitalize off our own stuff. I know in my hometown, there's something that comes around at least I think it do. I'll say, look at me, I'm slacking. I don't know, but it's like there's one annual festival that we do, and it's I don't think it's around Juneteenth. Nope, it's not. Nope, it's not. So no, I know in my hometown there's no celebration of Juneteenth whatsoever. I know, and it was one time, one Kwanzaa event that I knew of, that so nah, black people, at least up here in Michigan, they really
That's
ain't celebrating that. Well, yeah, okay, probably in Detroit they're probably doing something. They're probably doing something in Detroit. I know in my hometown ain't no Juneteenth getting celebrated. I know that.
we speaking of Kwanzaa, the whole Juneteenth. It kind of feels like they're trying to do what Kwanzaa couldn't do, which is just like this national Black Solidarity Day. Like Kwanzaa never really took off like that. Juneteenth actually has a more organic history. It's not something that some guy just slapped together. And so it could very well grow potentially. Cause like despite all the jokes that we may make about everything that surrounds it, the fact is it's from an actual time and place. Like things did happen. There's a story there.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's something worthy of at least celebrating if you want to. And so it could kind of replace even Kwanzaa, I think, because it's organic, it's real.
Yeah, and it's in the summertime, so
yeah, facts.
I just go ahead and say that it's in the summertime. Yeah, people want to go out and do something. Yeah, damn Juneteenth events, make it fun. Make it fun, make it festive. I don't give a damn about the reason for the season on anybody's damn holiday, but hell, everybody got the day off work around Thanksgiving, and people cooking good food and family come together and eat and have some drinks and watch some football. That sounds like a good time. So I guess I'm celebrating Thanksgiving, but I don't give a damn about the reason for the season. it just sounds like a good time. So yeah, that's what I say. Make it fun, make it eventful, make it something to do, and somewhere in the backdrop we'll remember the reason for the season, but in the process of getting drunk and drinking and eating barbecue. That's just that's just what it is. That's how holidays work in America.
So to the people in the chat room who's saying that it's only 3 years old, no, I've been celebrating. I've been going to these things since I was a kid. It's been around for a while, and it may never get entirely commercialized, and it'll never probably be an official day off work, but or school for kids, but it's uh it's here to stay in its form, at least in its base form, and maybe
I
only the
mean,
major cities do it.
it's literally a part of Texas history. So I know if there was an epicenter for it, it would have to be Texas.
Yeah, it's not a part of California history, but it is celebrated. It's been
Right.
around for a
So
while. Yeah.
that's what I mean. Like it's not a fake thing. That's why when you mention Kwanzaa, like if you actually get into what Kwanzaa is, it's like a guy just sort of slapped some random Africanness together. He put it in a bowl and was like, listen, this is what we doing as Black people. Like that's fake. Whereas this is actual history.
That's
Yeah,
true.
I agree. Well, I do think America is a very fucked up place when it comes to like capitalism. I shouldn't really say I shouldn't say it as far as a country. I should say really capitalism does something to the American people. Um, for example, there was a there was a thing to where they actually tried this. They actually tried to move Thanksgiving forward to be the second Thursday in November in order to give people more time to shop for Christmas. Now, obviously, it didn't take, but who thinks up crap like that? Who thinks up crap like that? Like, you know something, let's move this holiday to make it convenient so we can get more shit, so people can spend more money on Christmas. Like they think of stuff like that. I'm willing to bet that the reason that they're not celebrating the that they didn't promote the real Mexican Independence Day, um, oh, September 9th is what people were saying in the chat room, and they promote Cinco de Mayo is probably because they want more money in the summertime, or they don't want to interfere with Halloween, or who knows, but it's probably some
I mean,
bullshit.
I got even a more cynical opinion on that, and it seems like one of those ethnic inclusion plans that the left likes to do. Like, yeah, the blacks got a day, the Mexicans need a day.
No, no. What I'm saying is, how come they don't have their real day? How come if their real day is September 9th, why promote this, May 5th?
Right, because
I'm
it doesn't
telling you,
matter. They just
money
need to
behind
give the
it.
Mexicans a day. That's what I'm saying. It didn't
No,
really
but why
matter
not give
what's
them
true to
the right
Mexicans.
day? No, I understand
Right.
giving them a day. Why not give them the right day?
They don't care about that kind of stuff. They don't care about details on the left. That's why I kind of looked at it that way, like, wow, so if it's fake, then it's just something that they did just to be doing it for other reasons than you care about Mexicans.
Oh yeah. No, a lot of stuff that they do is fake. Is like words like midget or retarded or colored, or these are there's
Latinx.
nothing, huh?
Latinx.
I don't know what that is. But my point is that there's a lot of words out there that is nothing wrong with. That the only reason why we feel that is something wrong with is because the overprivileged leftists bitched about it. There's nothing wrong with the word colored, nothing at all. However, they just had to bitch about something, and every 10 years they bitch about the last thing that they bitched about. So it's getting annoying. They're just changing just to change. Now we have like a Women's History Month. What kind of shit is that? What kind of
It's so
shit is
funny
that?
you say that. I remember like one of my first jobs when I was young. It was I was like on a maintenance crew for some neighborhood, but it was this old white lady I was working with, and we were in the truck together, and we were just talking about something, and she just casually used the word colored. And I just took a weird offense to it. I was like, why do you use that word? And so I
No,
remember,
because you're programmed. They program people to get offended by it. It's not offensive.
I
Like when you
know
really,
I'm not. If it
yeah.
was today, I probably wouldn't even have cared as much. But like, yeah, this is younger me. You're right. Totally, you're not wrong. But the thing about it, like, I had a whole logic and everything about it, and it was like, cause like by you calling me colored is like implying that like what. I'm different. I'm unnatural. Like, you're natural and I'm unnatural or something. I had this whole mental construct to fight her with. And it was just like this weird moment I had. It's like, why'd you just call me colored?
Well,
Couldn't get
what
over
you
that.
just described is why I don't like colored. I think it's categorically wrong for that reason. To say that somebody is something like
Well,
colored,
because
no, like
white is a
not
color.
black, not hold on, but not okay. There's black, there's white, and then Mexicans get called brown. Everybody has a color. White is a color. Everybody has a color. To say that one person is colored and another person is not, that is to yeah, it is like saying that this person is we're normal. This is some abnormal shit over there. It's almost like calling one group of people black, one group of people white, one group of people brown, and then calling another group of people, calling them something that's not a color. It's like it's like it's like calling another group of people I don't know, apple or just anything. It's like, wait a minute, no, it doesn't fit with it doesn't fit properly with the scheme to just say this group is colored. So like, I don't know. It just makes it never made sense to me. It never made sense. I never
Yeah.
liked colored. It just didn't go.
And like I said, is white not a color? Like, aren't you colored too in your own way? Like, it kind of, but the reason why I kind of was like I would let it go in that context, because like you're not gonna convince old white people to stop using words they've been using for 75 years. Like it was that kind of deal. But it was just a weird moment where like, I felt uncomfortable. I have never been in that moment before, and it just made me uncomfortable. Like, why do you use that word? But like, yeah, I guess the logic holds though.
Yeah, colored. That's always been ridiculous to me. I'm glad we fought back on that one. It was man,
really? How did we fight? How did we fight? Name the person who fought.
I can't. I don't
know. Right.
I just know
credit. No.
I just know
that's my point. No, we didn't fight. Just white people started bitching about it, and that's it. There was no Martin Luther King fought for the NAA. Guess what? CP. He fought to be colored, and then after that, white people took over, and the shit just went all retarded.
Are you sure about that? Hold on, wait, real quick. Are you sure about that? That it was white people who pushed to change that?
I don't know who did it, and whenever you don't know who did it, it's always white people. Like so, yeah.
I'm gonna test that theory one day.
No, if it was a black person, that black person would say, "I did this."
Oh yeah, he wouldn't let us. He wouldn't let us not know that it was, and he taking credit for it.
Exactly.
Oh man, that's funny. Jackie Jack says, but they just changed it to people of color, POC.
They keep changing shit. Like they.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. See, I didn't realize that. I didn't
No
realize.
difference. There's never any difference. There's no difference between Afro-American and African-American. They just keep doing shit to say that they did it because they bored and their hair too long. Like they just do shit just to say they did it.
Okay. Okay, I never thought about that. When they do say people of color a lot, and that is the same as saying colored. So I didn't think about that. That's a good one. When you say there's no difference between Afro-American and African-American, because you basically, when we hear Afro, we think of the hairstyle, but when we say that is an actual term, like Eurocentric, Afrocentric. So Afro-American, African-American, there's really no difference. They just did that just so it don't, because afros were popular in the 70s, so they want to make sure that we weren't being described by a hairstyle. That's why they changed that one.
They just like doing shit. I'm telling you, that's what it is. Same with the BLM people. They just like doing shit. I went to one of their rallies, and it was just people they were doing shit. Like
I have a different theory. I just want to say real quick, one of these is the byproduct of sending too many girls to college for nothing.
That's what doing shit is. Going to college for nothing is just people doing shit.
Okay,
that's really what you get. that's what you've been really getting is the byproduct of a lot of people, especially like a lot of these women who they mean well and they want everyone to get along and they just want things to be better, and then they come up with these little cute ideas like, you know what, we're not Afro-Americans, we're African American. That makes us all better. And like, this is the type of stuff that's been coming out of like the colleges and the university system for a long time. And it's creeping into the corporate world. It's now went below and crept into the K through 12 educational system now. But this is pretty much the epicenter of it, is that weird liberal college environment where it's like mostly girls who probably should have been, at home having kids.
Yeah. And getting a man a sandwich. Absolutely. Or whatever the ethnic equivalent to a sandwich that they come from. But they need to get it. They need to get it. And there's so many useless majors. I remember telling Bernard, I know a chick that majored in diversity and sexuality. And
that means fucking white dudes and brown dudes and Asian dudes. That's what that is.
I thought it was different positions. I thought she was studying different positions.
I thought the same exact thing as hood conservative. I literally thought, like, is this a class being taught by Crystal and Kerrison? That's what I
Right.
literally thought it was.
Listen. Wait until the swirl movement becomes educational material. Like, you think they won't make that an elective? It'd be a bunch of black girls in City College learning how to get Brad. I mean, look, this is where they run into the problem most anyway. You get out your little bubble and now you're off at college or something, and there's more white folk around, a little bit less black people around, and you notice that Brad doesn't like you as much as the black dudes like you, and you start to feel some type of way. Why not give these girls a class right in their environment where the problem is starting?
Well, I don't think that they'll have a class like that. Because believe it or not, Brad is the enemy in college. Like, we'll put it like this. Put it like this. When you close your eyes and you hear the term grapey frat boy, who do you picture?
That's Chad. Brad is a nice, soft white man.
Oh, there's two different ones? They all look alike.
Yes. Chad is alpha, Brad is beta.
Oh, that's
the beta white man will marry the black woman 9 times out of 10. Shout out to Katanji.
I don't. Okay, I don't know.
I don't know.
Listen. All right. Did you guys see that clip of Chet Hanks and that black African chick Z-Way? And she was like asking him like, why aren't you like woke or whatever? And he's just like, fuck that. Like, she's not.
No.
That's Chad. They don't want to marry Chad as much. They can't marry Chad even if they wanted to. But Brad's gonna help. Brad's gonna walk. Brad's gonna wear the BLM T-shirt. Brad's gonna let you make their sons gay. Brad's gonna go along with the program.
Now I'm getting. I didn't know that was Brad. Now I'm getting who Brad is. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know the science.
You can give him your own name, but Chad is the alpha that they really can't get. But there is a class of white men who will tuck his tail to be with a black woman.
Well, there you go.
Oh man. That's goofy as hell right there. He said Brad is getting pegged. Man, go. All right, man. Oh shit, what we got going on here, man? OG, what the hell you want, man? You muted. That may not be bad.
What up?
You're still muted.
Your audio is down, bro. What's going on with your audio, OG? You're muted, OG. You're muted.
He trying to figure it out. He's talking to us while trying to figure it out, but we can't hear what you're saying. Okay, we see your finger. We see that Tales from the Crypt finger. Put that thing down. It's scaring me.
He's still talking. You ever do that?
There you go.
All right.
Hey, look, man, I just had a death with my family. Shit, I can't get the buttons all right when I have them dealing with a death.
You came up here talking about a death. You trying to get sympathy for this bullshit you about to say.
No. Conservative, how you doing this morning? How you doing that name
What's
change?
good, bro? I'm good, man.
And what's going on? Hey, look. No, I don't need no sympathy. I'm trying to get sympathy. Hey, Bernard.
What's up?
I'm trying to get sympathy for these goddamn waves I get. Eat your heart out. Eat your heart out.
Hold on.
Eat your heart out.
Eat
your heart out, goddammit. Eat your heart
you got some. You got some.
Yeah. I got them big waves. You can get a board, a little small board, and wave on my shit. But anyway, hey, look. I just came in to say today, look. Tomorrow's gonna be some bullshit going on this channel right here. So y'all make sure y'all tune in tomorrow. We gonna have to figure out some shit tomorrow. If y'all gonna hear a nice spoof on his way he comes on, he's gonna play that shit tomorrow. I already know he's gonna do it. And
I
so
didn't
y'all
say I
make
was
sure.
playing that. But all right,
All
right. We're gonna proceed. We're gonna proceed forward as if I'm gonna play it. Go ahead.
Okay,
when is tomorrow?
Tomorrow we have a name change.
It's a regular show tomorrow. He tried to make some little intro.
Oh, tomorrow.
Yeah,
Okay.
Tomorrow, yeah,
tomorrow. And conservative, you welcome over there too. We need your
don't
advice.
be inviting. No, what the hell? Nah, shit. You just barely get to come.
Yeah. But nah, what I told you the other day. Fuck you. I'm still gonna say what I want to say. You ain't gotta do it, but I'm still gonna say some shit. I'm trying to make this shit interesting. I'm trying to help you, brother. I'm trying to make this shit interesting. So we see how have your face in the place, cause clock on the wall. It's gonna be there for you tomorrow. You goddamn it. It's gonna be right at least twice. Y'all know I'm gonna be right at least twice tomorrow. A broken clock is right at least twice. So I'm gonna be right. I'm gonna be right twice tomorrow. So come on in. The ladies will have a good time. We got some beautiful ladies on the panel. We got one from across the pond, and so y'all come in on Fridays. You know, we just have a nice conversation on Friday. That's all I wanted to say. Game changing, conservative. Bernard, salute to y'all. Y'all have an amazing day.
All right, man. Thanks. Yeah, man. OG, I don't. God damn it, I don't know what to do with that dude. But he just came up to promote tomorrow's show on my show. That was weird. But anyway, shout out to OG. Shout out to OG. I don't even know what to do with that information. Where was we at? Where was we at? I remember what we was talking about.
Feminine Melanin.
That's Jada LaRue.
Oh, okay. Cool.
That's our other channel.
Gotcha.
Yeah. All right.
Now we were talking about black women dating interracially. That what was that diversity and sexuality course black women just did? It was a rambling conversation.
That's her whole degree.
Well, explain what the degree. We went off on a tangent saying what we thought the degree was, but explain what it actually is. What is that?
Fuck if I know. So,
I thought you knew.
Well, here, like, because we don't have HBCUs here, and by here I mean California, we have black graduations, which is just like a regular graduation, but it's simply for black students alone. And
segregation?
Huh?
Segregation?
That's what I called it.
It's not segregation because we can go to the regular graduations as well.
So you can drink from the white water fountain if you want to?
Yeah.
No, it is a form of hold on, but GC, it is a form of segregation because can the white people come to y'all black graduation?
Well, they can. They just generally don't because they're not invited. I mean, it's
my water fountain, punk.
No, I mean, come on, just don't go to other people's shit. You don't have to call it segregation. If Russian people got together and said, you know, we're having a Russian day here, no offense, but you're not invited. I wouldn't say that that's segregation or racism. Like, listen, this is your shit. You know, this is the day that y'all get together and y'all put on giant fuzzy hats and drink vodka or whatever the fuck you do.
I mean, not at a public school though.
This is not a public school. These are universities.
Universities tend to be public.
Oh, you like state universities? Well, I mean, guess what? People can rent the halls. You can have like fraternity and sorority events there.
I mean, you guys do what you want. I'm just gonna laugh at the ironies.
Well, in any event, you see, that's why we don't have shit. Any event,
How you gonna put that on me?
we have those. I mean, because no, by that logic, there shouldn't be HBCUs. But in lieu of that, you know, we do have black graduations, and it was at one of those where they was reading off all the majors of these people, and there's a whole bunch of useless crap. You know, it was like one bio engineer and a whole lot of them. I was like, y'all just wasted y'all parents' money. That's what I was thinking. But one of them stood out to me, and that was the one that stood out to me. I don't know the girl. She looked cool. I'd smash. I'd like to see what she learned in those 4 years. Outside of that, don't know her. I just heard that major and it stuck with me.
Well, we're gonna Google it. What is it called?
Well, here I'll diversity and sexuality. I'll send you the name of the university in the back chat.
Oh yeah, maybe we can pull up the syllabus. Like, what do they teach these girls in school and make them come out so retarded?
Well, that's probably part of it.
Okay. Scholarly articles for diversity and sexuality degree. Okay, well, I'm just gonna go with what you sent me in the back. We gotta get down to the bottom of this.
Well, I sent the name of the university in the back.
Oh, okay. Why'd you do that? You don't want it out there? The name of the university?
I would rather keep it as far from me as possible. You know,
Oh, you and
I was
that.
at a graduation. It's not my university, but I was at a graduation.
Right. I'm like, you didn't go to Chico State.
Well, I mean, I made it private. I made it private for a reason, but conservative, damn. But yeah, I want to keep it separate if I can.
He's a stickler for protecting his identity.
Thank you.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, okay, so let's type that in and see. Oh shit, I'm having failure to launch issues with this thing. Okay. Okay, multicultural gender studies. Nope. I'm not seeing anything that looks like okay. Well, we're gonna have to do this on a later show. That look like it's gonna take me more clicks than what I thought to find it.
Okay.
So yeah, it's not. I think it's here, but it's gonna take me more clicks than what I can do on a live show to find it quickly and pull up exactly what the hell it is and what the hell they're doing and teaching and what's the curriculum and what kind of classes and what not. And yeah, that it ain't quite working out. It ain't quite working out. But damn, that's a crazy ass degree. At this point, I forgot why we even brought up that weird degree in the segregated graduations.
Well, I had made the point that a lot of this bizarre stuff, the language changes and whatnot, are just coming from girls who go to college for no good reason.
Yeah. And I was just capitalizing on that because you see, they make up shitty majors every day. I remember taking a class called music ethnology. And when I took it, it's basically the study of non-white music is essentially what it is. And yeah,
the study of non-white music. Now, this is the problem I have with like the college system in general. Are we trying to educate people to like be even if the argument of like school is supposed to make you a better worker? I could buy that. Like people, workers are what make the world go around. So are we trying to make people better workers? Like, what is the value of this particular body of knowledge? Why is it worth the price of admission? Like, college is just like this bloated thing now where like, are you even getting anything useful out of this whole thing?
Well, okay, so Ike is saying stuff. What the fuck is non-white? Listen, I took the class, right? Here's what non-white is. Non-white is Aborigines, it's Africans, it's basically all the people that Hitler didn't like. And that's what we were studying. It was all, and that's where it's weird, but apparently they studied their music before attacking. Um, all I remember from that class is what a didgeridoo was.
They studied their music. I'm sorry. You said they studied their music before attacking?
Yeah.
Oh, that's got to be a joke.
According to this class, they studied their music. Like, yeah, they studied like Aboriginal music and fucked with them. Like, I don't know why.
If you learn the secrets of the didgeridoo, you can conquer the Aborigines, is what you're telling me?
Well, if you know the secret of gunpowder, you could pretty much do that. I don't know why they fucked with the music. I truly don't.
This is what they teach you in college when you take elective courses.
You do it. If it were up to me, people wouldn't have to take electives. I know
I agree.
British people, they're done in 3 years. And it's because they cut out a lot of the bullshit. Same with India. I don't know why they make us take the extra bullshit. I personally don't know why we have to take 12 years of English and then another year in university. Because, if you don't know how to speak English by now, then what the fuck? But we do, and it sucks. And I had to take a bunch of crappy courses. I still don't know what humanities is, but it sounds like bullshit, and I had to take it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Sounds
that's
like the
crazy. Yeah,
arts.
yeah, college is getting weirder and weirder. I just
Well, and here's the problem. Here's the problem with universities and the way America views it. We don't take education seriously, which is why we give it to people who are ill qualified for anything else. Like in most other countries, and this is comes from people that I talk to, even developing countries like Cameroon. This you have to be somebody to be a teacher. You have to be somebody to be a teacher. You can't just be some jackass. Here you can just be a jackass. In fact, you're probably a teacher because you are a jackass.
Dude, you know
And
what?
it's
Th-
huh?
this last year or two of watching teachers get exposed, like the whole industry is under question now. Like just one little channel, one Twitter channel alone, that lives the TikTok stuff is mind blowing. Just why are teachers like this now? Teachers weren't this way when I was going to school.
Yes, they were. There just wasn't any TikTok.
That is possible. That is a possibility.
Yeah. You see, here's the thing. The problem with the teachers is that it don't pay much. Therefore, the people who wind up taking those jobs are people who probably had trouble in private industry. Where if you take that mentality to other countries, the people who become teachers because private industry isn't as lucrative there, they become teachers because they are the shit. You become a math teacher because you studied math and you would be an engineer. It's just that Amazon don't hire there. Amazon's not hiring in your country, so you became the town teacher. But you're on top of your shit. Like you would be an engineer. There's just not many engineering jobs out there. But here, if you are teaching, is probably because there was nothing else out there for you. And that's who we have educating our kids, and that's why. And this is on college level too. Like what in the fuck are you gonna do with a degree in Greek mythology but teach it? So you get all these jackasses who are looking for work. What are you gonna do with a music ethnology degree? Like you're gonna teach it. Like you studied the didgeridoo. What are you gonna do with that knowledge?
I'm gonna play the didgeridoo in your BLM t-shirt, leading a rally down Martin Luther King Boulevard.
Exactly. You're gonna do stuff to say you did it, and so in universities is full of that, and they keep making up different majors and stuff like that. They're making up majors just so they can get tenured, just so they can say something. And that's why they doing stuff just to do it. They do stuff just to say, "Oh, I changed the word African American to people of color," just so their university can recognize them as a doer, and so they can get tenure. It's ridiculous. So yeah, we need to pay them more and get rid of all the useless imbeciles. There's far too many of them. There's far too many of them. They're just trying to find something to do, and they're doing the brains of young people. I had a teacher, humanities teacher, um, had to go to a museum and write on some of the stuff that we seen there. And she was like, "Who's this? Who's some bitch?" She was like, "I want you to look at her paintings and describe to me what you see." And I was like, "Okay, I'll do that." And she was like, "How does it represent feminist principles, right?" And I literally wrote this. I hope I still got this paper. I said it represents feminist principles because it got a bunch of pink crap in it. Like, what the hell? See, it's not. It's funny because the painting didn't look like shit to me. It was just like a bunch of like splashes of different colors and stuff, and one of those colors was pink. Like, what the fuck? What is there a vagina in here that I'm not seeing? What do you mean represent feminist principles? It's a bunch of pink splashes of pink crap. It looked like somebody vomited paint. It's shit like that. It's shit like that that regular people gotta endure. I'm trying to become an engineer. What the fuck you talking about feminist principles on some damn pain?
I remember I was in my last year. No, I was not even my senior. I was like a junior, and in high school, and there was a class I had to take called Women's History, and it was a straight up feminist class. A little short, buzz cut white lady, and she was like, looking back, she was like probably an old lesbian, and it was just typical feminist stuff or whatever, I guess. But one thing I remember, because this is years ago, obviously, but one thing I remember now is that she played us a clip, some video with Gloria Steinem, and then it was Gloria Steinem, I think, trying to get women into the fire department somewhere, probably in California or something like that. And so they got to the issue of the physical demand, the physical qualifications. It's just a demanding job. It's taxing on your body. And so they asked Gloria flat out, well, what happens when women can't actually pick up a 200-pound dummy and carry it across the obstacle course or whatever, like whatever fire people have to do to get the job. There's like a whole training course, and you have to carry like essentially a man's weight out of a dangerous area. What if women can't do it? And Gloria Steinem, she looked dead at the cameras, like she looked me in my eye and said, put the women in the job anyway. And that's where things are now.
Exactly. It is bananas. And this was back in the day. I bet you it's gotten worse. It's bananas. That she told me to read Othello, right? She told me to read Othello, and the question was, because you know how they want proof that you read it. How did Othello and Iago betray their wives? I was like, what?
Their wives? Hold on.
Yes.
All right. I remember Othello, but it's kind of vague to me, and I don't think the wife betrayal. Somebody slept with someone else's wife. Didn't Othello's wife cheat on him?
No.
Okay, so I'm wrong. I'm totally off on the story.
No. The whole thing was they didn't betray their wives.
Wow.
Like they betrayed each other. It's weird. And I wrote that they didn't actually betray their wives. Yeah, Othello killed his wife, but he was betrayed him into doing that. And betrayal implies initial trust and things like that. So it wasn't really a betrayal per se. And I actually wrote that whole thing in a very articulate way and got a D plus. That was crap. That I'm telling you, they have crap like that all the time. University is saturated with crap like that. And this is feminism. This is feminism finding ways to fuck with Game Changer. That's what feminism is.
Well, not specifically you, Game Changer. It's weird. It's a hard segue, I suppose. But with all this weird shootings and everything going on, it just seems like the country is like psychologically on the edge of something, and you kind of you start asking questions like, why is this sort of thing happening all the time? And I think it has to be said that whatever we are doing to our boys as a nation has to be some kind of psychological abuse going on. Like, this is probably why there's so many outbursts of, random male violence, especially like suicidal violence too. Something is being done to the male population that is psychologically damaging on a very base level.
Yeah. We probably look into that, and further shows probably look into that. But we are at the 2-hour mark. So I came on late, so I knew I only wanted to do 2 hours max today. So we actually about to wrap this on up. RM, if you could drop the link to the last video that I dropped, that last pre-record, and y'all could check that one out if you haven't checked it out already. It was covering the average at best thing and all that, and her comeback and the whole works right there. Make sure you go and check that one out. And what else was it? It was something else going on. She dropping right there. Make sure you visit the Black Manosphere events.com. But on your way out the door, let the video link that, see, I'm about to try to drop it myself, but I know as soon as I get it, she's gonna have it. And so this is gonna be moot and irrelevant while I'm sitting here trying to hurry up and reach for it. And nope, she beat me. All right, there it is right there. Let that be your exit out the door. Let that be okay. You just tuned in. Rewind it and watch it from the beginning. It'll be staying up, no big deal. But but Jake, hold on. Shit. I'm hearing background noise. But anyway, thank you everybody for coming through today. Anybody who supported the stream, like, share, subscribe, do anything to support this in any way, shape, or form. I definitely appreciate you. Shout out to Game Changer and Hood Server for coming through, sitting in with me. Definitely appreciate you, brothers. And like I said, click on that on your way out the door. Don't just log off the video. Just click on that. Let the link to that video be your exit. Let the link to that video be your exit. And with that said, we are out of here. Peace.